election night is a buzz. I was just saying that as I was walking through, it's all hands on deck. So every single employee who works in the newsroom for the news department is working on election night.
The newsroom on election night is electric. Like, everyone that works here on staff is here on election night.
It is energizing, invigorating. There's just a charge in the atmosphere. You can just feel the excitement.
The newsroom on election night is always a fun place to be, I think. Depends on who you ask, but if you ask me, it's a fun place.
Don't do that! Don't do that! They just cleaned the windows! I'm telling.
Because we're red, white, and cool. That's what we are.
Americans are on edge right now. I think there's a lot of anxiety, and so we took that into thought when we thought about how we wanted to produce our coverage. So instead of having two people yelling at each other at different points on different topics, is there a way to have a good in-depth conversation?
It starts off with an idea how we want to cover the news. One of the ideas was, let's create a command center here in our newsroom where we put our investigative journalists. It's a new idea. We have never done that before. Took a little thinking, a little tech to make it happen.
This year, introducing AR, VR technology into the mix is just going to be a game changer for us.
And you see this massive green wall right ahead of me. And once I get onto the set, you can see it becomes our virtual reality set.
The objective is to take a nonpartisan stance in terms of the way we're reporting. We're just down the middle, reporting from both sides of the aisle, and our viewers will be able to formulate their own opinion. It takes an organization that's thoughtful, it takes a lot of smart people, and it takes numerous conversations to ensure that we are fulfilling that objective.
We have tested the programs and how we're getting the numbers dozens of times. We've actually been able to test since late September from the AP, from CBS. Everything's good.
The crazy thing is we've been preparing for this, but you can't really prepare for an election because tonight, everything that you think you prepared for, there's something else that's going to come out and surprise you.
As much as technology has made it an easier job, there's still the challenge of making sure everything goes right. A bad audio cable can ruin a live shot. A dead battery in a wireless microphone can ruin a live shot.
Another thing that's always in the back of your head is how do we cover these races? How do we cover them well? How do we give the community the information they need? And the truth being our North Star.
You have, dedicated journalists. We put in a lot of hours and we work hard for the truth. And that's why we signed up for it. That's my why.
We have a saying that Megan has really, driven into us. If we're first and we're not factual, then we've lost.
There's just a lot of false information out there. And definitely at the local level, all we are interested in is the truth. And there is such a thing as journalistic ethics. And we have it certainly in this newsroom.
No matter what side of the aisle you stand on, no matter what story we're looking at, no matter what we're investigating, what we're doing, we're gonna look for the truth.
Now, sometimes things go out and it's examined out in the open before we find out if it's true or not. But when it goes on social media, you really can't take it back. But the one thing that remains constant is weather.
Jeff and I are working on the forecast, but nobody really cares about that. They care about the election.
Well, what they cared about was that the rain that we had yesterday was yesterday.
Yes, and it moved out.
And now, absolutely perfect, gorgeous afternoon.
Really? Yeah. Fall, sunny. Can't beat it.
So they don't need us today. They don't need us today.
I'm feeling peaceful, to be honest. This is part of our process, right, as a country. There's going to be people that are happy today. There's going to be people who are not happy today. But I think it's about a bigger message and a bigger picture about how can we move forward, right? And how do we keep that peace, even if it's just within ourselves.
And it's funny because as divisive as this is, as tight as the race is, the night before and the day of feels the same. Because the bottom line in any election, you don't know what tomorrow's going to look like, and we don't know what tomorrow's going to look like yet. Lots of pontificating, but as in every election, lots of pontificating has been proven wrong in the past.